Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we're back with some more Funko Pop news as we got some big announcements from Funko regarding WonderCon 2025, the first big convention that they're going to be attending this year, and they're going to be there with brand new exclusives, and they finally unveiled the different exclusive we can expect for this year's WonderCon. Now, WonderCon is going to be taking place in Anaheim, California from March 28th through March 30th. And I am going to be there. Super excited to be able to be there, make some videos. And of course, we're going to be checking out the Funko booths ourselves while we're there. Now, I was kind of surprised that they made the announcements today. There's no other teasing or anything like that, but I'm glad we finally got some of these details. And now we can look forward to getting these at WonderCon. Now, there definitely were some surprises out of these, some characters that I did not think that Funko would make, and also some that they ended up leaving out, which was surprising. But we'll get into all of that here in this video, so let's check out all the exclusives for WonderCon 2025. Now, before we get into this video, if you guys are new to the channel, you enjoy our content, make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like in this video as well if you enjoy it. You can always hit that notification bell, stay up to date whenever we have a new video drop. Now let's get into checking out all the exclusive figures. And the first one we had announced was from Disney and Pixar. This from Toy Story, the Tin Toy. Definitely a little cute one there. A character I was kind of surprised they made, but they've been doing a lot of different sort of Toy Story characters over the years. So this is another one to add to your Pixar collection. After that, for Marvel fans, we have a really cool one that I'll be picking up, and this is the brand new Captain America with his quote, "I can do this all day." They've been doing this with different Marvel characters. Recently, I know they did one with Bruce Banner, and this is definitely one of my favorites, and it's going to be from that Infinity Saga line. And Funko made a surprise announcement for the convention with a brand new type of figure that they are introducing. Now, it is with the Bitty Pops, which have been around for a couple years, but they're now doing new Bitty Pop arcades. So in the past, they have introduced things like the Bitty Pop Deluxe, the Bitty Pop Towns, and the Bitty Pop Vehicles, but now they're doing the Bitty Pop Arcade, and the first ones they're doing is going to be with Wreck-It Ralph, where you have Ralph there inside the little arcade machine. That is definitely cool. And then you also have Tron as well, where you have Tron inside of the game. That is a pretty cool idea, especially with these two movies so based around the video games. But they did also announce a couple more of these Bitty Pop arcades, and I'm so surprised that they announced 4 of them here. But one of them is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog, where you have a Bitty Pop of Sonic with Ring inside the classic Sonic the Hedgehog arcade game. And then you will also have an interesting one being Five Nights at Freddy's, where you have the Toy Freddy Bitty Pop inside of the game console. Up next, we're going over to anime, and everyone's favorite, One Piece is getting some more exclusive figures. Our first one is going to be Bartholomew Kuma, which does look like a pretty interesting character. Don't know too much about him, but it looks like he's kind of a panda type character there. I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about this one. And then to add to the One Piece line, we're getting another One Piece vehicle. This one is Nami with the white hobby horse. Actually a really nice character. I love the detail on this one with the vehicle, and Nami looks different than what she does in a lot of her other pops. Now we have some more anime, this time from Naruto, and this is going to be a Sasuke pop, the Sasuke's Paw Encyclopedia figure. Not super different than a lot of other Sasuke figures we've gotten, especially when they have the weapons in their hand, but this time they do have the cat ears on. And then also from Naruto, we're getting a pretty crazy figure. I assume this is going to be a deluxe one, and this is going to be Madara Susanoo. That is really cool how you have, I guess, the flames or water all around and kind of creating another person above Madara. That is a pretty sick figure. And then, of course, we had to have a Pokemon figure, and just like they've been doing with a lot of their conventions, giving us a 10-inch Pokemon pop. And this time with Suicune or Suicune. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. I actually am not too familiar with this character, but definitely a beautiful looking pop with all of the detail. I know a lot of Pokemon fans love collecting these larger convention exclusives. This one is going to be a nice one. Up next, we have a brand new pop from Dungeons and Dragons, which is pretty cool to continue that line. This one is Igwilv, otherwise known as Tasha, with Demonicon. The book that she has in her hand is pretty cool looking, that she is floating and all. Again, I don't know too much about this character, but definitely a nice looking one. After that, we got an announcement of a brand new She-Ra pop, which we have not gotten a She-Ra pop in a couple years, I want to say. But this time we have the She-Ra faceted figure. This is something they started a few years ago with the Disney 100 line, and then they did it with some of the Marvel characters. Now they're bringing it over to She-Ra. I'm not a huge fan of the faceted ones in person. It does look nice in the photo, but in person, they don't look the same. I'm not a huge fan of this one. Up next, we have a brand new Voltron pop, which does look pretty cool. This is going to be a 6-inch black and white Voltron. I know a lot of people are fans of the recent Voltron figures, and now we're getting this black and white version. And this next one, I think, is the one that the most people are going to be excited about, other than the One Piece figures. This is from the Fairly Odd Parents, Auntie Cosmo and Auntie Wanda. This is my absolute favorite from the convention. A great one to pair for anybody who was able to get the Cosmo, Wanda, and Timmy 3-pack from a couple years ago. This one is fantastic. You have Auntie Cosmo, where he's a little bit smarter and conniving, and then you have Wanda there, you know, just eating a sandwich with her feet. Then we had another Nickelodeon pop being added, and this is Invader Zim, where you have Zim with the arms behind him, kind of looking like the Iron Spider. Definitely a really nice one with the grin and everything. I am a fan of this. And then the final pop that was announced for this convention was from House of the Dragon, and this is Daemon Targaryen. Definitely a nice looking figure with the crest on the shield and all. So that was everything that we had announced for WonderCon 2025. And as I was looking back at these announcements, there were a couple big things that ended up sticking out for me. Number one, we were missing a couple really big things as far as licenses and characters. We did not get any Freddy Funko announcements for this convention. Now, we're unclear if this is exactly all of the announcements for this year's convention. I assume it is, because traditionally they have announced them all in one day, at least for the most part. But we did not get any signs of a Freddy Funko Pop, or even a Franny Funko, or Proto. None of the Funko original characters or mascots. So that is a very interesting sign that we are not getting it here. I'm hoping that they will eventually announce it, and we will be seeing one at the show. But so far, we are missing Freddy Funko. But we are also missing a couple other pretty big franchises that I would figure they would put here. One is Star Wars. They are completely missing Star Wars on this one. Now, I assume they are holding back on Star Wars because we have Star Wars Celebration in April. So that would make sense if they're avoiding putting them here just because it's like a few weeks beforehand. Also, outside of that tin toy pop from Toy Story, we are completely missing any other Disney characters from this lineup. And I think it's a pretty big missed opportunity because, again, WonderCon is taking place in Anaheim, California, where Disneyland is. The convention center is directly across the street from Disneyland. You can see into Disneyland from the convention center. So really weird they decided to just leave out a bunch of Disney figures from this year's lineup. I thought that would have been a good choice to do because people are much more likely to buy Disney stuff at this convention than they might buying it at like San Diego Comic-Con or buying it at New York Comic-Con. So it would have been smarter to have those Disney pops be released during WonderCon. But overall, I think the lineup was decent. I don't think it was anything too crazy. It is one of the lower stakes conventions overall. So I wasn't expecting anything super crazy, but I do think we got a couple good pops for this year's convention. But overall, I would say it is a little underwhelming. Now, after all the announcements, Funko did put out their shared exclusives list, so you can find out where you might be able to pick up these figures if you are not going to be attending WonderCon in person. So here we do have a look at that shared exclusives list. So on Funko.com exclusively, you will be able to get a few different figures, including the 2 One Piece pops and the 2 Naruto pops. along with the tin toy from Toy Story, and then also the Daemon Targaryen from House of the Dragon. Then some other retailers will be getting the other figures, such as Amazon getting that Pokemon figure, Toy Temple will be getting the Auntie Cosmo and Auntie Wanda, Target will be getting Captain America, and Hot Topic will have Invader Zim. And then there will be 3 show-only figures, including the Faceted She-Ra, the Dungeons and Dragons Pop, along with the Voltron figure. Now, so far, we do not know if there's going to be any super limited numbered pieces for this convention. Usually they are, especially the show-only pops, are going to be something like 5,000, 3,000, 2,000, something like that. So far, we do not know of that. I'm sure that's something that we will learn as we get a little bit closer to the convention and they share the actual glams of the box. But so far, we do not know what's going to be the most limited piece. Now, that's all we have for today and our look at this year's WonderCon exclusives lineup. Now, I do want to throw it over to you. What do you think about all the announcements for this year's WonderCon? Are you excited about it? Are you a little underwhelmed? And what are some of your favorite figures that they announced for this year's convention? I would love to hear about all that in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like in this video if you enjoyed it, and of course, you can always hit that notification bell to stay up to date whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today, and as always, we'll see you again real soon.